Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In this video, I'm going to be testing different ways of desoldering. I will try to use desoldering wick, also called braid, and I will use a manual desoldering pump. And also I have this not so professional electric desoldering pump. This is what we're going to be doing the testing on. I have this board here, and we will be doing the test on this connector. It's a simple plastic 3-leg connector. And this is the other side. So these are the 3 leads. Okay, so I'll start with the desoldering wick first. Okay, so I'll be using my BC4 tip, and the first step I will add some fresh solder to the pin. And the reason I add fresh solder is because I don't know whether the solder that's used on this board is leaded or lead free. And my solder is leaded rosin core solder. Okay, I have my soldering iron set to 350 degrees centigrade, and so here we go. I'm gonna bring in my solder wick, and I'm gonna douse it with flux. And here we go. Cut off the part that's already used. Okay, I'm going to add some more flux and try a bit more. Okay. Okay, let me do a bit of a cleanup so we can see what's going on. And now with a bit of IPA. Okay, so let's see how well this went. Okay, let's look at the other side. That will be the rightmost pin. Okay, now we'll move on to the manual pump. Okay, I can't do this next step under the microscope because the lens gets in the way of the pump. So I'll have to do it on the other camera. Okay, so we'll start with adding fresh solder like we did before. There we go. And now the action is going to be basically putting it at an angle on the board, heating up the solder. When it's liquefied, just press the button and it pumps. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's look at the results under the microscope. So it's that middle pin. And that's looking better than the first one. Let me do a bit of cleanup. Okay, let's look at the other side. Remember, it's the middle pin. Oh, that's looking much better. So the first pin we did, let me get something to point with. Okay, let me take a look here. Yeah, the first pin we did was this one. That was with the solder wick. And maybe at the end I will try to wick from this side to see how much solder will get wicked and if it will look better. But look at this one, the one with the manual pump. You can see the gap. So I think it did a great job. Okay, now we're going to do the square shaped last pin, and we'll use the electric pump gadget thing that I have. Okay, and again I can't use the microscope because the lens gets in the way. Okay, we'll start by adding some fresh solder like we did before. Okay. Okay, let's see if the desoldering pump is hot enough. Yeah, it's melting the solder. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how well this works. Okay, I'm just going to put some fresh solder on the tip so it doesn't ruin the gun or the pump. Okay, let's look at the results under the scope. Okay, so it's that square one on the right side of your screen. Oh, that looks superb actually. A bit of light, no? Okay. Let's look at a different angle. Where is it? I lost it. No, there we go. Okay. Let's look at the other side. Remember, it's the square, so it's going to be on the left side. Let's see. Yeah, left hand side. Wow, that worked super well. Okay, so right now if I had to rate the three methods, I would say the desoldering pump, which is the electric desoldering pump, which is this gadget here. That's actually the button that does the suction. Okay, I would give this the first place, followed by, where did I put it? Followed by my manual desoldering pump, and lastly would be the solder wick. But go under the microscope again. But I want to try and wick Get my pointer. I want to try and wick this side of it. We've got a bit of plastic melting here. Interesting. From too much heat, I guess, applied to the pin. That's interesting. That's a good lesson learned. Okay. Take a look from the other side quickly. Give me a second. So this is the one with the wick. Okay, I'm going to try to wick from the other side a bit and hopefully not melt too much of the connector. Yeah, I'm going to try to wick here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh solder. Okay. Add flux. There we go. Cut off the used part. Try one more time. Oh, used the wrong soldering iron. There we go. Okay, let's see what we have. Adding some fresh solder to the tip before I put it back in the holder. Okay, let's inspect this. Bring the microscope down a bit. Well, there's a definite improvement. let's check the other side. It's going to be on the left. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think it's looking better. The left side one, right here. I want to redo the middle one, the one I used the manual pump on. Let me just see from a different angle. Ah no, that's just burnt flux, I think. Let me see. I'll try to scrape it off. Ah yeah, that's just burnt flux. Okay, let me do a quick cleanup so I can see better. I'm just using a cotton swab with 95% IPA. Use the glare a bit. Okay, so that's the end result. So in summary, this pin was done with the solder wick. This was done with the manual desoldering pump, and this with the electric desoldering pump. And the view from the other side. Okay. Desoldering wick, manual desoldering pump, and electric desoldering pump. I learned quite a bit from this experiment. I hope you find it useful and entertaining, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.